Yes, people, welcome back to the One True Red podcast, where we're joined by CT, Mikey, and Aki, and hopefully Uche will be joining us later. But guys, Liverpool once again reminded us that it's possible to feel utterly miserable despite going 9 games unbeaten, and also reminded us that winning football matches is actually allowed. So we're going to be asking the big questions tonight. We're going to be talking about whether or not Liverpool players are letting Liverpool down, or whether Slot is the one to blame for Liverpool's continued toothlessness in attack. And at the same time, we've got Arsenal who've moved comfortably clear at the top of the table with tonight's 1-1 draw between Man City and Chelsea. And we're going to be talking about that and also talking about whether or not Gyökeres is the worst signing that any team could have made as a number 9 striker. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. CT called for it. He called for it in the chat.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
CT, don't deny it now. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. We're going to start with Arsenal this time because big result tonight. It's been a big weekend for Arsenal. Big swing. 4 points clear at the start of the weekend. Now 6 points clear. Arsenal beat Bournemouth 3-2 away from home, CT. Yeah. Got the points in the bag. Gabriel's coming back with goals. Everything's Man City have drawn. Everything's looking rosy.
It's been a delightful weekend for an Arsenal fan. I see the smile on Mikey's face as well, man. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with that we've collected the points. I'm happy that our supposed sort of rivals or title rivals are flopping as well. Really good weekend for us. The actual game itself, it was a bit sort of touch and go at the end. I think we were mainly in control. I think there was just sort of some errors, individual errors from players where it put us under a little bit of pressure. We wasn't expecting that from our big centre-back, the best centre-back in the Premier League. Wasn't expecting that mistake from him, and obviously put us under a bit of pressure, but he made up for it. And I think we controlled that game pretty well. In terms of where I'm at is the lineup that Arteta keeps putting out. I've got to question it. Even though we're getting the results and we're grinding out these results and we're hanging on to these results, or however you want to put it, the lineups are not great for me. Martinelli shouldn't get a start in this Arsenal team at all. Again, he has to play from the bench or cup games because he is whatless. In front of goal, he's missed so many chances. He keeps on every week missing a vital chance or opportunity where 3 seasons ago or 2 seasons ago he would have just put them away. So he's not on form. Our big guy up top, Gyökeres, what can I say? I think it's time for him to sit out. I think it's time. Now we've got Jesus back. Even though Jesus didn't have the best of games, it's time for Gyökeres to sit it out because if we're kind of getting a player that supposedly banged in all these goals in the Portuguese league, he's not adjusting to the Premier League at all. And first of all, my first thoughts were he wasn't adjusting to the way that we actually play, or our players are not feeding into him. But on the look of it, he just doesn't look like the guy that's going to do it for us up top. I'm happy for him that he's motivated. He seems to motivate our other players. He's given Saka a lot of space because Saka's not really getting doubled up nowadays. He's actually stretching teams as much as he can. But when he gets that ball, he just seems to just bounce off him. And he's not connecting play. He's not performing well with everyone else around him. So I think it's time to sit on the bench. But in terms of the actual results this weekend, I think we played pretty well. And I know I can see Mikey's face. He's itching to say something. But this was my opportunity to let that go.
Yeah, well, you've been trying to team me up to speak about Gyökeres. I slightly disagree with you, to be fair. I think that he adds something to the team. He isn't the striker that we thought we were getting, but he does create space for others. He does stretch the play. He is kind of forceful in that kind of number 9 role. And so that creates space left and right. And so our wide players need to be doing better with the ball they get. The difficulty is, as you said, is that we've been playing Martinelli sometimes there, and he's not using the ball at all. It's got to the point where we're needing Trossard out there. I'd actually like to see Madueke and Saka on our wings. Madueke just looks like fire when he gets the ball. And Saka's been on point. The actual game, it was pretty comfortable. Big Gabby tried to make it difficult for us, stress us out, setting them up. But we got 3 goals. Our box-to-box midfielder, Declan Rice, that's for you, Uche, scored 2 goals. And Big Gabby, sorted it out. Conceded 1, scored 1.
Yeah, so as you say,
quick question though for Mikey as well. What do you think about this Eze situation? Because not many people have mentioned it, but it's 3 games now he hasn't touched the pitch, and I know people are saying he's getting punished because of his mistake for Aston Villa, but there's a lot of players making the pitch before he does, and I'm not convinced that they should be. And I think Eze's been a bit. It's looking on the forefront of it, like it's looking like he's being mistreated a little bit because of a little mistake. A mistake that kind of cost us, really, the game. But is it a bit? What's happening? What's your thoughts on that? Because
I've heard this in a few spaces. But to be fair, Eze's started 12 games this season, and come on in as a sub in others. So it's only the last few games that he's really kind of been left out. And the players that have come on, the only ones that I'd say that I don't want to see coming on are like Marino and those types of players. But it's clear Arteta sees him as a lockout player and he trusts in Marino. So we're just going to have to accept that we'll see Marino when we need to defend ahead of Eze. But there's a run of 9 games in January. He's going to get a lot of game time. I'd imagine that he'll start either in the next game, funny enough, against Liverpool, or he'll start our cup games. So he'll get plenty of game time. It just might not be in the games that we want to be seeing him in.
Do you think, Mikey, CT, that you're going to start with Eze in the next game, especially with how easy our fullbacks are to get at? Don't you think it would be more useful to have somebody like Noni or Martinelli up against our right back?
Yeah, I think it will go back to business as usual. I think it would be Trossard out on the left and Saka on the right. I would obviously like to see Noni on either wing, because he's actually probably cause you a lot of trouble in terms of his pace, and obviously your fullbacks are not in the best of form. But I think Arteta is not really known to take too many risks, so I think it will just be Trossard on that left, who is our most informed sort of wide player at the moment, and Saka on that right. But I think those players will do the job. To be honest, I can't really see the form that you guys are in. I can't really see much trouble, to be honest.
Can you see any trouble ahead? I don't know your run of fixtures. I know City have got Newcastle, and I can't remember the other team. So they've got a couple of tricky-looking games coming up. But what's your January looking like in terms of fixtures? And do you think that you're going to extend that 6-point lead at the top?
I think we will, because there's not many. There's no easy games left now. No matter who you look at. In terms of, you didn't see Bournemouth actually causing us trouble, Brighton causing us trouble. It's the Premier League, man. There's tough games all throughout the whole run up now. So I'm going game by game. I'm not going to look at the fixtures ahead and say this is what we're going to do, because look at the state you guys were in earlier in the season. Like you're playing you're missing points from all these city teams. So I'm not going to look at it like that. I'm just going to look at it like whoever's available and making sure we can get our players back fit. And stay fit as well. And I think we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
So the confidence is back then. It's down to 2 points. Was it last week or the week before? We were on the pods, and then now 6 points, and it's back. We're going to be all right with every game, yeah?
Wait, were we not confident then?
I'm asking CT.
Oh, listen, I was concerned in terms of the level of performance we're putting in, but when you look at what we've achieved, we've won all those games. We've probably dropped points against Villa. So we've maybe I'm just a bit tetchy because of the seasons gone before. I'm like, this is when we usually hit that form where we actually drop points, but we ain't doing that. So listen, as long as we're getting the points on the board, I'm happy. So, and the displays have been picking up. We have been controlling games. It's just that we've been conceding some silly goals of late. But I'm happy, man. I'm happy. What about you guys? You guys happy?
Uh-huh. Why are you doing that, CT? There's no need.
I'm just asking a question.
You're riding high at the top of the table and you're trying to antagonize us.
I'm
You're
not.
kicking us while we're down, and there's no need for it, CT. That should be a yellow card for you, man.
Mhm.
Harvery652, thanks for your comment. Please do subscribe if you're not already. Yeah, we're going to come on to talk about the Liverpool game. We should have, no pressure on the ball for that equalizer, but we'll come on to that shortly. But you have a comment here about no easy games, agreeing with CT there. That is absolutely true. Aki, so you've always been, let's say, fairly critical of Arsenal over the years, and including this season as well. They've gone 6 points clear this weekend. City have dropped points at home. Arsenal have got a decent away victory. Is it looking good for the title?
You'd say so. I mean,
He can't bring himself to say it.
no.
Hey,
I still
before
don't
you
think.
go, Aki, last week you said that you were going to finish above us.
Yeah, unfortunately we got Arne Slot, but I still don't think Arsenal win the league, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I don't think City are going to run away with it. But it's 6 points is still quite minor, really. I think Arsenal were 8 points at the end of January a couple of seasons ago, and still didn't win the league. Just going back on Gyökeres, he reminds me quite a lot of like Dirk Kuyt, actually, in the sense of he's quite industrious, puts in a shift, but he's never going to be prolific. So I just thought I'd add that in.
I think Carl, you're doing him a disservice, Dirk Kuyt, because he had much better technique.
What, the Gyökeres? Yeah, probably. But
wow,
they're kind of industrious strikers that they're going to run around, and that's the reason why managers like them. So what I'm trying to say is he's probably going to start more games than he's not for Arsenal. I think Arteta likes that type of player.
I think he likes Havertz more. So unfortunately for us as for you as a hater, for us as a neutral.
What was that?
I was let it slip there. Yeah, I think Havertz is going to get straight back into the team once he's fit. But Mikey, 3 more points on the board. Your closest rivals drop points. I've always said that I think Arsenal are going to win the league, mostly because I don't think the City is solid enough. It's not the machine that it was before. And I think we saw that with today's 1-1 draw, where they should have beaten Sunderland a few days ago. But this game, they couldn't put it to bed. They didn't really create a lot in the second half, as far as I'm concerned. So they're not really the Man City of old to chase you down.
Yeah, no, I think also it kind of draws back to the conversation we were having about Shirky and how his impact is going to help City this season, because he was very wasteful this afternoon. Killed a lot of their attacks. As we discussed, he was playing very selfishly. Haaland was making runs in behind. He just needed to slot him in. Just slot him in every time, and then you're going to get the goals. But that's where you go. And then to see Gvardiol and Diaz come off injured, and was it Kusanov and Ake at the center of defense? That's a problem for them. That's encouragement for everybody that plays them. Obviously, Rodri's back in. Rodri's looking good.
Good.
Like controlling the play. But with those two at that center of defense, Nunes one side and O'Reilly the other, teams should be able to get at City. And that's what Chelsea found towards the back end of that game.
Yeah, Foden is picking up form. Just going back to Turkey as well, Mikey. Like you say, he's very, very, very wasteful today. I know it's probably his style, it's kind of laid back style, but when you're not making the passes that you should make and then not tracking back after you've lost the ball, it's not really a great look, especially when your team's on serious business trying to chase down a solid team that's picking up points week after week, home and away. And you're doing that at home when you should be. That's the sort of game where Man City teams of old would be ruthless. It'll be 2-3. And in this game, Turkey's just there, just playing about and just looking a bit silly.
Yeah, I was very surprised that he stayed on the pitch, to be honest. I
Same.
thought Pep would have changed it up. I was surprised with their setup. They were very narrow. Doku was on the bench. I think he should have started. I also think they've made a bit of a mistake because I actually think that they're going to be getting Semenyo. And I think that they held off so that he could play against us and cause us some trouble. But they could have done with him today. So we've got the 3 points. They've dropped points. And they could have had Semenyo for this game.
I absolutely agree. While I was watching that second half, I was thinking, like, same as you, that I don't understand why Cherki's still on the pitch, because the guy was just, he was being wasteful. But not only that, defensively, he wasn't helping out very much either. And Chelsea were hitting him on counter attack quite a lot in that last 20 minutes. So someone like Semenyo would have been a perfect sub to come on. But CT, just before we go and move on to talk about Liverpool, CT, surely you're not shook of this Man City team, and that you're going to wrap this title up.
Listen, I will never write off Man City, and we'll always be looking out over our shoulders at our closest rivals this season. So I'm a little bit wary, and I think that Semenyo signing is going to be pretty key in terms of sort of their form moving forward. I think, as Mike was saying, he's going to provide that width for them because they are playing pretty narrow. They will have options as well. They will have sort of different options to bring off the bench as well. So that Semenyo sort of signing is looking pretty key for them. So I'm not going to say I'm not scared yet because I don't know, man. I don't know. City are always there. I will never write them off. You'll never get me to say that City are rubbish like Uche does.
Listen, as long as we do our job and we win the games that we should be winning, and as long as our players are not injured, we maintain Rice, we've got Gabriel and Saliba at the back, I don't see us having a problem with other teams. We'll get to that City game, and they're going to need a full squad to be able to get a result against us. And if they don't, then I'm quite confident that we'll beat them as well.
Listen, we've been in this position quite a few times, so I'm very. I've been in a position where I'm going to say, yeah, we just need the points.
Listen, CT,
control our own destiny. I can't do it, man.
Think about this squad.
Go on.
When have we had the cover that we've got now?
Yeah, 100%. Because this is our best season yet in terms of squad depth.
If we had the level of injuries that we have had this season, last season, we'd have done even worse.
Yeah.
We had worse injuries this season.
I agree. But this is Arsenal, man. This is unknown territory for over a decade now. So I'm not gonna fully commit. I'm still wary of Man City. I'm still wary of them.
Okay, there's a question coming from. By the way, shout out to David C. Dennis. No, it wasn't a great weekend of football. Number one. So stop that, please. Harvey's got a question. CT, how are you feeling? You guys facing Liverpool at home with Ekitike hopefully coming back, and Salah might return if Egypt lose. I doubt he'll be back that quickly, Harvey. But Ekitike may be in. So let's have a quick chat about the game that's coming up on Thursday, CT.
I'm fully confident, man. I'll see. I haven't watched the full game with you guys yet. I've just seen highlights.
Don't bother, CT.
In terms of your recent unbeaten running that you keep, or someone who's not actually here at the moment, just keeps very happy with that run at the moment, that unbeaten run. But I don't see any threat from you guys, man. I still think you guys are a mess under that manager, and I said it. You are a mess under that manager, and he is the issue why you guys are having this problem.
What type of a manager is he, CT?
A microwave manager,
microwave manager.
A microwave manager. He had it all set in place for him, but when it's time to cook his own meal, he's failed. The recipe sucks. You lot, he doesn't know what to do. I've seen it in games. His subs are terrible. His setup's terrible. And the way you guys are playing is terrible. You shouldn't be in the position you are in now. But long may it continue. And I think I'm very confident on Thursday that we will get a result against you. Very confident.
Yeah, Mikey, I know that you feel exactly the same way. David, he's not doing fine. You're another one that's antagonized us Liverpool fans whilst we're down, but okay, go on, Mikey.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident, but I do think that you guys will up your game against us because that's what you do. But I can't see you being able to get a result against us, so it'll be a pretty decent watch on Thursday. So yeah,
for Arsenal fans, you mean?
You guys will enjoy it. Aki says we play defensive football. You'll see how defensive it is.
Aki's called you there, and you're saying nothing.
Aki, talk about our defensive game.
You will play. You'll definitely play defensive against us. That's for sure. I wouldn't be surprised to see Gokares, Marino, all those kind of players. But in Slot's defense, to be honest with you, we haven't really got the players for him to change things up. So if you looked at our team, but if you looked at our team today, he's playing Curtis Jones. I don't know if he was playing as an attacking midfielder or on the left wing.
What he's doing. I don't know.
You won the transfer window.
Don't get me started.
Yeah,
you won the transfer window.
Yeah, well, in hindsight, we didn't, did we? But we've got a lot of players out, injured or just out, basically, at the moment. But I'm confident against Arsenal because against big teams, we always perform. I think Wirtz will cause havoc. And if we've got... He will. And if Ekitike...
Even I laughed at that one.
He's playing quite well, to be honest with you. I think he's settling in. He's getting better he's getting better with every game.
He was rubbish today, In my opinion, he was rubbish today. Apart from the goal, he was rubbish. In fact, not even in my opinion. Objectively, he was rubbish today.
The thing is, he played poorly. He might have played poorly because he wasn't playing with a focal point. I think Gakpo kept on going into his spaces. He wasn't like we didn't play with number 9 today. In saying that, I thought we played quite well in the second half, or reasonable. And I am quite critical, but I think today we were just unlucky. You know, that was a wonder. It was a wonder. It was a wonder strike. There's like
but your goal was offside.
It wasn't offside.
We'll see the PGMO apologize over the coming days, I'm sure.
No, we won't because it wasn't. It's all done. Anyway, the thing is,
you're flustered.
No. I think the problem is that we're still in our easy run, and we've drawn 4 games now out of 7. I don't know. I think personally,
you just said that you're in your easy run. You just drawn 4 out of 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, like at the end of the day, like we haven't really shown enough. I don't think under Slot in this mini revival. So my view hasn't changed. I think he still needs to go. I think he'll probably stay until the end of the season, and we'll probably get top 4 because the league is quite competitive, and we can churn out a couple of wins here and there.
Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, say that again, Mikey.
Do you guys think that you're better than Chelsea?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you know who we're going to talk about Chelsea later? Because obviously they're looking for a new manager now that Maresca's left. CT's labelled him the PE teacher. But we'll come on to talk about who Liam Rosenior. Yeah, Liam.
Not being disrespectful.
Yeah, don't do that.
Liam Rosenior.
I haven't heard his name for a long time, so I couldn't remember how to pronounce it.
That's because you stopped watching Sky.
I should actually cancel my subscription because what I'm seeing at the moment is criminal from Liverpool. But going back to Liverpool, the performance today. I keep saying it, Aki. I keep saying it. I don't know what it is we are trying to do when we get the ball. I don't know how it is we're trying to score a goal. You mentioned Wirtz. He was poor today. He was better against the last team he played. He scored today, but that's literally one of the few things he did well. Kept giving the ball away. It is depressing, Mikey, because the worst part about it is that I'm watching the same game on repeat, game after game after game. Slow build-up play, dominating possession, make a mistake, or the first opportunity the other team gets, they score. Their first attack, they got a corner from. Their second attack, they scored. We had all the ball up until then. We had one opportunity that Gakpo messed up because he's what did you call him last week? Gakpo. Funny enough, I saw that in another podcast where they said Gakpo. The guy had fraudulent slip said Gakpo. So I don't know whether they've been watching us. If they have, do like and subscribe. But yeah, it's a game on repeat. And coming up against Arsenal in our next game, I actually fear for how bad we're going to be. And I know CT said about big game, and we always get up for the big games. And to be fair, Tottenham, we were the better side, I'd say, until they went 9 men down, and then we struggled against 9 men. But yeah, I'm worried about what we're going to see against Arsenal, especially if Ekitike is not fit. Apparently, it's a hamstring. No, it wasn't a hamstring. Do you know why he's not fit, guys? Actually,
No.
Do you know why?
Tell us.
He didn't play because he had DOMS, delayed onset muscle. That is what Slot said. He felt his hamstring. They did a scan. The scan showed it was DOMS, and that's the reason why he didn't play. I mean, I've never heard the like of that before in my entire life. Your muscles are a bit sore. Your muscles are a bit sore, so you don't play You don't play anything. You don't play. You're not even on the bench. And yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now. That is what we're dealing with right now. But Aki, looking forward to that game next Thursday. Surely you're not expecting us to show up, given what you've seen today and in previous games. Because just before you answer this, we're now 9 games in all comps, undefeated. The performances seem to be getting worse. As you said, we've drawn 4 of the games against 2 of those against promoted sides, or 1 of those against 2 of those against promoted sides. The performances are getting worse, and we're facing the Premier League champions-elect at home, at their ground. Surely you're not expecting us to turn up suddenly and pull out a performance.
Well, I am. Why wouldn't I? At the end of the day, well, no, I think obviously he's going to put out a team to try to win the game, in my opinion, and we need to keep it tight. If we let in a goal in, say, the first 10, 20 minutes, then it's going to be quite a challenging game for us. But we've always played all right against Arsenal, to be honest with you. They've been one of our easier games of the season, looking back. When I think of the 5-1, you know,
just remember that there's a pod after the game.
a Fowler hat trick, you know. We've had some good results against Arsenal, so I'm not overly worried, to be honest with you. And I think the players will be more concentrated because it's Arsenal, and I think because of the way Arsenal play, that will kind of suit us as well.
But Aki, it's not even so much being more concentrated. My question to you is what world do you see us scoring a goal? What goal do you see us scoring?
How do you get a result is the question.
Yeah.
Well, set piece. You know, that's probably what Arsenal going to be. Well, that's how we won the last game, though.
I've got a stat for you. I don't know about today's game, but after the game, the draw against whoever it was, the last team we played, Leeds at home, out of our last 100 corners, and I don't know how this compares against other teams, but out of our last 100 corners, I think we'd scored 2 goals. And that's not including today's game, where we had quite a lot of corners. So you're saying we're going to score a set piece against Arsenal?
Yeah, of course. But set piece isn't just corners, though, is it, Ralph? Like, if you cast your mind back to the game at Anfield, how did we win that game?
I'm casting my mind back, and I saw an Arsenal team that should have.
No, that's not the question I asked. I said that's not the question I asked, bro. I said, how did we win that game?
We won it by scoring a free kick. That's how we won it.
That's a set piece.
So you're suggesting you should play
not a set piece.
A free kick is a set piece, is it not?
Nobody's relying on a 35-yard
Anyway, it's one of the ways we can win. There's multiple ways that we can win. I think Ekitike will cause them problems. I think Verts, as I said, if he plays. I think Wirtz will cause them problems. Frimpong is he's got a couple of assists now in his last few games. So we have different weapons at the end of the day. The issue really is
blunt weapon.
The issue is can we keep a clean sheet? And if we can keep a clean sheet, then our back has to win. Simple as that.
But what's the evidence of us being able to keep a clean sheet, especially away to Arsenal, and a team that's just scored 7 goals in the last 2 games?
Well, they didn't play that great against Bournemouth, if you ask me. The goal that they scored should have been disallowed. It was an elbow in the goalkeeper's face. I really, really couldn't believe that goal was
so ludicrous.
He literally elbowed the goalkeeper, and I was like, and VAR, I don't know what the hell they were looking at. But
that wasn't against Bournemouth, by the way.
Who was that against then?
Aston Villa, when we won 4-1.
Villa game. That was the opening goal.
At the end of the day, and so
you're right.
They're the things that we have to watch out for. Really, the referee can win Arsenal the game. At the end of the day, there's been a lot of decisions.
The question: how do you win the game? Harvey's given a lot of suggestions in the comments. Maybe you should read some, and then we'll come back to you.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so picking up on Harvey's comment there, start Rio left wing, centre mid, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. I mean, yeah, the problem with this Harvey is that Slot is just not going to do that. He's not going to start Rio away at Arsenal, unfortunately. He's not going to play midfield with just Grav and Szoboszlai in it, because he will be looking to be as solid, in inverted commas, as possible. His version of solid. So that means we're going to play all the midfielders. So Wirtz will play, Gravenberch will play, Szoboszlai will play, and Jones will play, and McAllister will play, and then he'll make up the rest of the team around that. So what we've seen in this 9-game unbeaten run is that he is prioritizing possession over everything else. And as Mikey jokingly said before the podcast started, if you have possession of the ball, then you can't lose. And that seems to be Slot's mantra. But you also have to score goals, and you can't just draw every game. So we're going into games without taking any risks, without getting players in behind, without playing attacking players. He said after the game today, my philosophy hasn't changed. I'd love to play eight attacking players every game, but those 8 players won't be defending very well. So therefore I can't do that. He's not going to play all these players. So we just got to deal with what we're going to be showing at the Emirates, which is not very much, unfortunately. A lot of passing backwards, a lot of sideways passes. We're not great at defending corners as well. Arsenal are one of the best in the league at doing it. I think they've just gone clear with set-piece goals now above Manchester United. We're the worst team in the league, or at least we were before this weekend at defending them. So it's just not looking good. I want to be more positive, but I just don't see where it's coming from. Mikey, what can we do? What can Liverpool do to try and beat Arsenal?
You guys can't beat us.
Now, I know you want to jokey.
Realistically, you can't beat us. Like, what you need to do is play as defensive as you did in your home game and hope that we don't score. And you get out with a 0-0 draw. That's what you need to hope for. But if we play with the pace that we play when we're attacking at home, we should be scoring a couple in the first half. And I expect us to. I don't even know what players you're going to have on the pitch, but it's not really going to matter. Down the flanks, you're going to be in trouble. Kirkes against Saka's going to be a mismatch. You don't have the threat up front to make us worry.
And that's the biggest issue, I think, is the fact that we're not looking like an attacking team in any sense. Bringing in Miraculous Miri, yes, if you're talking about me, yes, I'm slurring my words, because I've just watched 100 minutes of us passing the ball sideways and backwards. So if you had to watch that game after the game, you might be slurring your words as well.
And the thing is, if we play Frimpong, and let's just say Arsenal play this attacking football that Mikey says Arsenal play at home, then Frimpong is going to be our perfect weapon because there's no one going to be faster than him. So we'll just play on the break. So
that's one.
There you have it.
That's one hope that you can have, that you rely on Frimpong's pace on a counter. Yeah.
So there you go.
But we're not.
There you go,
we're not. There I go. But we're not. Aki, we're not playing in a way in which releases that player because our build up is so slow. It's possession based.
Well, we are because in the last few games he's got a couple of assists, hasn't he?
That's not what I said, though. You said counter attack, and I'm saying we're not playing in a way to allow us to counter attack via Frimpong. We didn't score the goals that he's assisted via counter attacks.
Anyway.
Anyway, he says, all right, then, let's do predictions for that game then. Mikey, you're confident. What do you think the score is going to be for that game?
I'll go with a 2-0, a comfortable 2-0.
2-0, okay. Aki.
I can't see you scoring.
Aki, anyway.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1
Who
Liverpool.
scores? Who are the scorers?
Own goals.
Clown.
That's the best you can hope for. Sure.
Isn't own goals your top goal scorer this season anyway?
Very funny.
CT, do you agree with Miraculous Smiri there?
I want to, but I'm gonna say 3-1. I think they will get a goal because I think we'll go 3-0 up, and then we'll probably make an error at some point in the game. So I'm gonna go 3-1. Arsenal.
3-1 to Arsenal, and me. Have you done yours, Mikey?
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0.
2-0. I think it's going to be 2-1. I think we'll get a consolation. I think it's going to be fairly straightforward for Arsenal. Probably a set piece goal in there.
Hopefully.
And then another goal, and then we get a consolation towards the end, and then maybe a late rally. But I'm trying. We need Uche here to give some kind of positivity here.
Just for the viewers, Uche should have logged in by now. He's back, but he's not logged in because he's avoiding this.
Uche is calling you out there. Harvey's got us a best 11 for the Arsenal game. So Alisson in goal, Gomez right back, not going to happen. Kanate, Van Dijk, Kirkes, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Grav, Maka, Szoboszlai's playmaker, Frimpong, Ekitike, Gakpo, depends on fitness. Yeah. Some of that is possible, probable, but I just don't see him changing much in terms of our approach. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I know CT, you said that Slot is to blame for this, and I agree. Aki, you're a Slot out guy. I don't want to say it. I don't want to be that person, but I just don't see how we're going to improve under this manager because there's been no evidence of it over the last 9 games. And just as I say that, someone has entered the chat.
There he is.
Just as I say that, someone has entered the chat. Uche, just sorting out your camera there.
Minute, mate.
Jeez.
Just sorting out your camera there. But when you come in, we're talking about Liverpool's chances against Arsenal and the fact that we don't play very well attacking or any other way. But let's pick up with some comments whilst Uche is... Oh, here he is. Here he is, Uche. Liverpool, Arsenal.
Center stage. We've just done our predictions. We've just gone through what we think.
This is
all the viewers have been waiting for you.
This is quite straightforward. Arsenal to win by at least 3 goals. There is nothing to talk about. We're pathetic, man. We are truly
positivity, Uche.
No, I'm not gonna be positive. There's nothing to be positive about. For me, we're pathetic, man.
Oh man.
On that note, can you just give us a little overview of today's game?
Today's game, I was begging for Frimpong to come on because I thought that's the only quality player. So I've been having this debate. Well, it's not really a debate because I was kind of basically saying, for me, when I looked at a team that was playing today, and even when Ekitike plays, I still put him in there. I don't feel like we have an offensive threat. I don't see any player that I fear personally I would want to represent my club as an offensive player. So when the game starts, it's dead. I know that Rel believes he's the manager. I don't think he's the manager. I just think the players are not offensive enough. They're not all that. So our player of the season, Szoboszlai, to me, he doesn't offer any offensive threat of any note. I'm not scared of him. Not worried about him. Doesn't do anything for me. Then you talk about Wirtz, too passive sometimes. So when the game started, exactly how I thought would happen. Game of few chances, and that's exactly what happened. I think when Frimpong came on, he wasn't that great himself either. But that kind of ball, the ball that should have won the game, is the kind of quality I'm talking about. If you're gonna come on the pitch, put quality balls, do something that is of high order, and that's what I saw. So my summary of the game is that we should have won, and then we let some guy, I think, is it Reedy or something?
Reed.
Shoot from, for me, you guys know I've got a term for that. Have a go hero. That's how I saw it. And the have a go hero won the lotto. So congratulations. And we draw a game. We should have won.
That's true. That's true, Uche. Harvey saying, don't see how someone scoring a worldie forces the manager. Yeah. There's nothing the manager can do about, well, I say that. Go back and look at the setup for the goal and ask yourself why Reedy, as Uche's calling him, was in so much space. Not only was he in so much space, there was another guy to the right of Van Dijk who was also in so much space in the box. And there was a 2 versus 3 in Fulham's favour from the throw-in. So you can say the worldie is not the manager's fault, but the setup is. I don't know if it's him or the players, but that's not how you set up against that. You can't have players free. If Reed hadn't, or I don't even know his name because I just looked away from the screen when he scored.
Not being disrespectful, he just scored a worldie. It's Reed.
If he doesn't shoot, never mind the fact none of our players tried to close him down, but if he doesn't shoot, there's a player in the box right next to Van Dijk. Watch it again, and he's totally free. You can pass it to him. He can pop it off. They're going to have a chance on goal. We shouldn't be that deep, that late into the game. And who's that on? I can't say it's not the manager personally. I just can't do it. But Uche, so going back to the Arsenal game, as you say, comfortable victory for Arsenal. We spoke earlier about Arsenal winning the title. Is that how you think it's going to play out now that City are dropping points and showing a bit of ability?
Obviously, I was kind of distracted while I was trying to watch this game, but there was definitely let's be honest, when we watch games, I thought there was a crazy element of being very shook that I saw in the Man City players. It's the kind of things that you accuse Arsenal players and fans of being. And there was definitely an element of that as that game wore on. I don't know how they were drawing that game, but they were drawing it and they were feeling the pressure. So Arsenal should be wildly, wildly encouraged. But again, I keep trying to remind people, with 6 points at this stage of the season, it's just not a lot to talk about. But for now, Arsenal 10 out of 10, fantastic. But if you ask me, can City overturn a 6-point deficit, knowing that they have to play Arsenal? Then of course they can. That's not even up for debate. But they obviously Arsenal are favourites. Arsenal can mess up, man.
Just to give you some context, Uche, because you might not have seen all of it during the game. So Diaz off injured, Gvardiol off injured, Ake and Kusanov centre backs with Nunes right back and O'Reilly left back. That's the City.
Thanks for filling me in. I didn't see none of that.
So now come fresh. What are you saying?
Yeah. I think, but you guys got to be careful. You got to be careful because I don't see too many experienced Arsenal players. Your favorites, and that could be dangerous. But right now, it's looking great. You got to be buzzing. But I don't know how you guys feel about it as fans, but there was a point for me where I felt extremely confident. It was quite early. I said this last season when we beat City. I was quite early. I felt confident that my team could do it. So I don't know how you guys feel about it, but because you haven't done it for such a long time, it's almost like our first time when we did it. So you're bound to be feeling some negative energy, surely, especially with that guy in timber boots or whatever you want to call him up front.
On that note, we'll let
Whoa, what are we doing?
Victor Gyökeres, CT, take it away.
Listen, as I said, he creates space, he stretches teams, and he's useful in some areas. But no, in all honesty, he's not the one for me. To be fair, he's not the one.
CT,
I think YouTube done a number on me because
we told
when I was watching the compilation of Gyökeres, I thought he was the one. That's all. But
we told you this.
Now that Havertz is coming back and we got Jesus finding his form again, Gyökeres can be there as a weapon as and when needed. He doesn't need to start every match. This is the message I need to get through to Arteta. He doesn't need to start every game now. We have the cavalry back. Let's start the cavalry. Gyökeres can come on and rough up defenders at the end of the match. But we need them some early goals because the ball just bounces off him, and I'm just not impressed. I'm just not impressed. Like at Premier League level, playing for Arsenal, you need to have some form of techers, man. Come on, I can't watch this this championship.
I mean, to be fair, it's hard to have techers. It's hard to have techers in Timberlands, but just looking at Man City.
Wait, he's got more goals than Isak, though, right?
Isak's got a broken ankle, a broken leg. Leave him alone.
I'm just saying, he's got more goals.
Yeah. Okay. Who are they against? Just a reminder. Who did he score against?
I don't know. The same teams that you guys play. We're all in the same league, mate.
You know what I mean? I was about to say.
Why are you being defensive?
Yeah.
Why are you
halfway through the season? We're halfway through the season.
Just asking. Anyway, looking at Man City's fixtures for this month, CT. Just in terms of you saying you won't write them off. So they've got Brighton and Hove Albion next at home. They then got Newcastle away, and then they've got the Manchester Derby away on the 17th.
Games. There's no easy games in the Premier League. I've said there's no easy games.
So and that's a tough run.
They're going to drop points in one of those games for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Potentially
get Uche back on the main stage. I mean, get him back because he's been you made the pod. Get him back on the main. Get him back.
What do you want? You want to?
I got a question for you. Wait. You owe Declan Rice an apology, please.
Why?
Remember your rant. When was it again, Mikey?
What did I say?
Declan Rice saying
he's not a box-to-box midfielder. Apparently,
box-to-box. He's not this. He's not.
You got very aggressive with me. I was rather worried.
Terrible. Yeah. Apologize, bro.
So there's first and foremost, there's nothing to apologize for. I'm a big fan of Declan Rice.
Listen to this guy.
Declan Rice. Politician answer. Go on.
Declan Rice is probably one of the players I've watched the most in my life, by the way, and you guys know why. So Declan Rice, I rate him a lot, but the problem was what we're discussing. Context matters, guys. We're talking about box to box, and I said you can't be box to box if you're not banging at least 5 or 8 or something league goals and assisting a certain number, and he wasn't doing that. Now Declan Rice then went on to bang 2 goals against Real Madrid, and then this kind of displays. That's what you're talking about. And when you reach that level, you get your props. What's the issue? Why would I
give him his props or apologize?
You need to do Uche. Beep. Reverse my bad.
No, there's not my bad, because it's like I expect someone with a high ability to reach that stage. The problem with you guys, you're happy to crown people before they are reaching.
You said he wasn't a box-to-box midfielder. But
he wasn't displaying a box-to-box stats.
Proven to be now that no.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So why would I apologize for it? No, but I no. I don't need to know that. I need to know it by you showing on the pitch. So example, right? Go back to my player of the season, Szoboszlai, right? To me, nothing to write home about. That's just facts. Because you're playing in the league, 20 games down, you got 2 league goals, and one of them was a free kick against Arsenal. Not good enough. Don't come to me and tell me you're the player of the season with those kind of manky stats. That's horrible.
He's terrible. Your player of the season. What do you mean player of the season?
That's what I'm saying. He's our player of the season, and that's what he's got to show for himself. That's how pathetic we are. Because that guy genuinely is our player of the season with 2 league goals so far in 20 games. But that's the kind of stuff that Real would hype up. That's the kind of stuff that he would hype up.
Why are you bringing my...
Because you're quiet now. That's the kind of stuff that you would hype up.
Let me go.
You go, then I'll come in. Why is he bringing my name into this?
Who do you blame?
So Harvey, yeah, it's not actually about him playing well in one game. I'm talking about he's genuinely our player of the season, and he's got 2 league goals. And I do not see what that guy brings that is of a world-class status. But he's genuinely our best player this season. That tells you everything you need to know about our current state of this club right now.
Okay, yes.
Because when our player of the season was our player of the season, he became the player of the whole league. He was killing folks. Goals and assists.
All right, let me ask you this. Who is to blame while you are in this mess?
Obviously, the manager has to take account. Okay. That goes without saying.
Is it Slot out now then? Are you Slot out?
No. Forget what that Slot out. I'm not going to.
Okay. All right.
I'm not these players, continue to try and deceive some of you fans, like especially people like Real. You're getting deceived by these players. These players are not great.
Again, I'm minding my own business.
Catching shots.
These players are not great.
I'm taking.
No, I'll tell you why. Because I've got the energy because I know what you say.
Bring the energy, Uche. Bring the energy, and I've got some energy for you too. So bring it.
So Slot, for whatever reason, is playing 4 midfielders who can't do a damn thing. They cannot do it. They just exist. They can play another 120 minutes of football. They ain't gonna do it. Curtis Jones cannot hurt you. McAllister cannot hurt you. So Bosley cannot hurt you. And who's the other one? And Verts definitely can't hurt you. Yeah. So you got people that can't hurt you. They play all day. They can't do nothing. They don't do anything to you. They can't. So people are telling me he's the manager, but I'm seeing players that can't do anything. Frimpong did something that can hurt you. Put danger. Put the ball in the box where people are hesitating, struggling to clear it. Might even foul you now and again. These guys are just playing sideways things. And they're telling me he's manager. No. Some players who say, give me the ball and get out of the way. That's what we had last season. That's gone now. So this is where we are. So that's why I'm coming for Real, because he believes it's all about the manager. I think, yeah, of course the manager is not great. But these players are not who we think they are. I keep telling people.
When I said they were overrated, I got shut down by you guys. But let's bring in Real to respond to you.
Let's bring in Real. So it's interesting. Interesting that Uche is saying that these players can't hurt you and X, Y, and Z. But this is the same Uche, by the way, that was applauding the manager's approach to matches in the last 9 games that we've been undefeated. Applauding the undefeated status. Applauding the fact that we supposedly playing solid, and I'm happy with this, and I'm happy with that, and blah 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 blah. And it's not to do with the manager; it's to do with the players.
No, but I'm applauding them.
You're applauding these players / managers for the last 9 games, and then suddenly your eyes are open now, and you can see that.
No, I'm still applauding. No, you got it wrong.
Day one, I've got to say.
I'll tell you why. One at a time, lads. One at a time.
Let me finish this, Uche. So, even at the Tottenham game, we were messaging during the Tottenham game. We were 2-0 up, right? And I was saying that I was absolutely fuming in that game because Tottenham are rubbish. CT, what are Tottenham?
Tottenham are rubbish.
Tottenham are rubbish, right? We're watching that game and we had no control. We had no attacks. We got 2 goals out of nothing, really. And that's what we aim to do every single match. Get 2 goals out of nothing, or a goal out of nothing. As our manager keeps saying, defensive sit deep against us and we have to break them down with a bit of magic or a set piece. Set piece we were rubbish at. The manager's responsible for those set pieces, by the way. Yep. That game we were rubbish. I said in that game we were rubbish. I said I'm not happy. This is nonsense. The way we're playing is nonsense. All of this stuff, and now you're just repeating back to me what I've been telling you. These guys are getting picked by the manager. If Jones is not doing nothing going forward, why is he getting picked? Why is McAllister starting? He started the majority of our games. It's started, not come on. McAllister, who's been rubbish this season, has started the majority of the games that we played this season. Who picked him? Did he pick himself?
Who would play? Who would you play? What great player have you seen on that bench right now? Who is it? Tell me this player.
At the time, we can go. We've been over it on previous pods, guys. At the time, the manager's making decisions based on what he's seen last season, not what he's seen in front of him. Isaac wasn't fit. Ekitike was scoring goals. He takes Ekitike out of the team, puts Isaac in to give the guy preseason training during Premier League matches. That's the disrespect he's showing the league. McAllister should be nowhere near the team.
You need to answer my question. Who they have brought on? What player do you rate? I've asked you this question many times privately, and I'm asking you again. What Liverpool player is that offensive go-to guy that we should be giving the ball to do something? Who is it right now, according to you? Forget the manager for a moment. We've all agreed the manager rubbish. What player you rate?
Right now, I don't rate the system, Uche. So what can I do? What can I do for you?
Why are you dodging a simple? Mikey, can you
I'm
please
not
help me?
dodging
I asked a
anything.
simple
I don't rate
question.
the system. Mikey, before CT, Aki, before this pod, I showed you some play from our team, a bit of video footage of our team trying to attack. Right? Any player is gonna suffer in that system. Any player. You've got Wirtz, a guy that you were rating all this time, who was immune from any criticism at the start of the season when he wasn't doing very much. Now he's doing a bit more for most games. This guy is picking up the ball in central midfield. The goal is at the other end of the pitch, mate. Why you get what if you want him to do? You want him to score goals and assist. He's not going to do that from the center of the pitch. He's going to do that on the edge of the box. He barely gets the ball there. He's doing all this work running back to try and pick up the ball because no one's advancing the ball any quicker. He goes, picks up there, loses it. If he gets on the edge of the box, he's been doing all this. He even said it himself. I'm tired because I'm running around doing all this other job. By the time I've got the ball in the box or around the box, I'm too knackered to do anything. The managers set this team up to fail. That is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I am, and I'm still saying I watch a lot of football, other players, even people as bad as Everton can be. They always have a go-to player, whether that's Ndiaye, whether that's Grealish. And I'm asking again, who is this player? Who is this great player
at the moment?
Who is it?
At this moment, it's Ekitike. At this moment, early in the season,
it's a striker though. So we're gonna need somebody in midfield. So try again.
Shouldn't have been Wirtz.
Midfield is a midfield.
There's nobody there. That's why this is happening. There's never been CT. There's never been that player. This is the problem I'm having. Right? Last season, the same 4 players. Yeah, we know every of them. They don't need to be repeated. You know, the same 4 midfielders. They don't do much really, and that's fine because we had Salah.
Wait. Just on that point then. So what other midfielders are doing stuff? We've talked about Rice.
No. I'm saying our style of play.
About Rice. What other teams are doing stuff from midfield?
No. Forget other teams. Let's talk about our team, right? And I'm saying that the 4 midfielders that we have, we know their limitation, right? It's not even a criticism. It just is what it is. Yeah. So they're not gonna do anything for you. Right. So what we did was we had Trent, we had Mo Salah, we had Diaz, right? And then we had our strikers. And you go and do stuff. Now, who are these players? We got Conor Bradley, and then we forced one of the 4 midfielders we just mentioned to play on the right hand side because Salah is not there. And then we've got Wirtz. That's why what you're seeing is dead. You think some manager is going to do something magical with these players? Like, what are they going to do?
Uche, let me ask you this then. You said you've seen even the worst Everton team and they've got a player to go to, but even the worst Everton team can play more attacking football than we're playing right now. without all these players, I don't care what happened today, man. Without all these players that we have, all these teams can do stuff without having Trent, without having Mo Salah breaking records left, right, and center, without having Diaz, who's now in Germany. They can all.
That's what I was asking you. That's what I'm asking you.
To me, Uche, that comes down to what's your manager setting your team up to do, and how is he looking to do stuff better than the opposition? I'm not seeing anything. You watch the same game I'm watching. I'm not putting it down to okay, well, Bradley is not Trent, so therefore, but Bradley can do other things. He's played in winning Liverpool sides himself, scored goals, got assists. Like today, by the way, he was one of the few players doing anything going forward.
That's not really an assist, man.
The point for me is that the basic setup of this team is wrong, and when it's not going to change under this manager. That's the problem.
Okay, but let me ask you, what Frimpong did, that is what a gifted winger should be doing. You beat the player, you put a ball in that is, someone can attack. Those kind of things. That's what I want to see. Like for me, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. When I see Grealish playing, Grealish can literally, without lack of pace, still create something. We're not creating. You give the ball to these players, they don't do anything with it. That's my problem.
But my problem, I agree. We agree on that point. My point is that I think it's down to the manager. Not the manager is prioritizing keeping possession over anything else. That is what he's prioritizing. So when you've got there was a point today. I was actually screaming at the screen, and it's so frustrating to watch. There's a point today where someone on the left hand side of our midfield picked up the ball. Kirkes is to the left of him. And we're 2/3 away from the opposition penalty area. play the ball. Kirkes is not looking to run in behind at all. He's literally just stood still. Literally stood still. I looked on the other side of the pitch and Bradley stood in a line with him. And I'm thinking, okay, with Kirkes is not getting on the outside, then who the hell is going to get on the outside? How the hell are we going to break down a low defense if nobody's making runs down the side? You watch Man City, and then you've got their left back doing overlaps or making that run, at least making a run to give the defender something to think about. Kirkes literally just stood there, had no interest in running forward, had no interest in getting a ball passed forward for him to run onto. What are we doing? And then I'll sit there and complain. I'm complaining constantly about Kirkes, but this is how he's been told to play. It's not by his own choice. Clearly, he's been told to play that way.
Because we're struggling, but we're still unbeaten. So what's the issue? I don't get what the issue is.
After calling me out, you're saying there's no issue. Okay.
No, but I don't see what, like, before we were losing a lot of games. Now, we're actually unbeaten. And we're trying to, for me, 3rd, 4th, or 5th, what does it really matter? Doesn't matter that much, right? So that's what the objective has to be as solid as possible, because we haven't been solid. And then today that we were solid, we got undone by 2 ridiculous strikes I've ever seen. Like, they're ridiculous strikes. Like, we should have won the game today just by the pure one or two moments of quality that we created.
I don't agree.
Of course, you're saying that we want to see more. Of course, you want to see more. But against Arsenal, are you looking to see more? Of course, you're not. You want to expect them to have a professional performance against Arsenal, right? Let them try, because they can't hurt us in set piece last time they came there. So let them get frustrated, and then hope that a moment of quality will change the game.
That's it. You sound like Slot.
You know, you know the funniest thing? This guy jumped on the pod and said we're going to win by 3 goals. And now he's saying we can't hurt you. Right, come correct, man. Right, what's your prediction? We've done our prediction. What's your prediction?
My prediction is Arsenal 3, Liverpool 0.
Just not set pieces. That's all.
Just no set pieces, because at the end of the day, look what they're doing. To be honest, that game, I know you guys have done it. I was very impressed because a centre back of that magnitude makes that stupid kind of error. That's the kind of error where if the game finishes 1-0, everyone's gonna jump on it. What a terrible mistake! They're getting bottling, all that kind of stuff. They reacted. They pretty much dominated the game from until they went 3-1 up. Which is a really impressive Arsenal team right now. Madueke looks like he's literally playing for fun, like just having fun out there, which is incredible. I was just really impressed. I think Arsenal should win this title. There is nothing left to talk about but Arsenal winning the title. I just feel that while something might happen and they could lose it, but it shouldn't happen. And I hope they win it. Honestly, I was happy for you guys. Genuinely, when they equalize or winning, I know some of you don't want to believe it. I was actually happy. I was like, yeah, do you know what? It's good.
Allow it, man. He's lying.
I'm actually not lying. The problem I have is, as soon as I get close, for example, on Thursday now, I'm going to be really close to an Arsenal fan as I'm watching game. Those kind of days I find very difficult because it's my team playing. Of course, you want my team to do well.
We don't need your support. Go.
Obviously, I can't support you when it's my team, right? I don't want them to lose. But unfortunately, I have to be prepared for the damage that's coming because there is no passage of play where Arsenal is not better than Liverpool right now. We can't attack. I don't trust our defenders. So, it has to be 3-0. You have to give it to them. That's it. It is what it is. I actually came here correct, but I was coming here to come for Real on a very different topic. And I'm being serious. I had a monologue actually. So if we have time, I would like to go.
No,
we got time. Let me just pick up on Roshi 98's point. Welcome, Roshi. That's the problem. We're waiting for moments of quality instead of Slot setting the side up to constantly create those moments. Exactly my point, Roshi. Exactly my point. We're not set up to create anything at all. Simple as that. We're pretending. We're free. Basically, we're freestyling. We go onto the pitch, keep possession, and then don't let anything go. No silly mistakes, and then we'll hope that we'll get a corner, or we hope we'll get a set piece, or a bit of magic from someone. That's what we're doing game after game. Uche, take it away.
Okay,
it's the pressure, man.
All right, so I genuinely don't want to be interrupted, right? So. I'm being serious. So this is actually at Real. Even though it looks like I'm coming at Arsenal fans, relax. I'm not coming for you. It's just to demonstrate.
Any strays and we're hitting back.
No, there will be strays coming, but it's actually to praise you. So I was doing some research to come for Real because Real was talking about stuff about, Arsenal playing well and all that kind of stuff, which is true. But I looked into something that was bugging me. So I looked at Arsenal's first goals. And Arsenal currently had, I'm not going to count the win that just happened, 14 wins from 19. So I'm going to focus on 11 wins out of those 14. So I'll repeat that again. Arsenal had 14 wins from 19 games, right? Before the weekend. I'm going to focus on 11 wins from that 14, okay?
I already know what you're going to try and do.
I'm not trying.
I already know it well.
No, I'm not trying anything. I'm just going to say it as it is. So, Manchester United away, Calafiori, 13th minute, they won 1-0. Home to Leeds, first goal. Timber, 34th minute, they won 5-0. Home to Forest, corner, cleared by Woods, drops to Zubimendi on the edge of the box, goal. 32nd minute, they won 3-0. Newcastle away, down to 1-0, short corner, Merino, equalizer. 84th minute, winner, Gabriel, corner, they won 2-1. Fulham away, 58th minute, corner, 1-0, Trossard. Palace at home, free kick, second phase, 39th minute, 1-0, Eze. Burnley away, corner, Gyökeres, 14th minute, they end up winning 2-0. Wolves at home, corner, on goal, 70th minute, then they went and won the game in the end with a cross. Everton away, corner, handball, penalty, goal, Gyökeres, 27th minute, they won 1-0. Villa at home, Gabriel, 48th minute, game was dead. They ended up winning 4-1, right? So like I said, that's 11 wins from 14. Now, that's a lot of corners. That's a lot of set piece.
That was a good monologue.
And the reason why I brought that up was actually, like I said, it was not about Arsenal. It's actually about Liverpool. So what I'm trying to say is, if you work on your set plays and you go 1-0 up the first goal, then you start playing. That's what Arsenal does. You score that first goal, people tend to forget how the rest of the game went. After you score, the most difficult goal, we all know, we've all played football, is that first goal when things are tight. Arsenal scores it 11 times from 14, and that's why they have so many points. Liverpool, I'm not going to go into a monologue. It's unnecessary. They don't score many goals from set plays.
So what have I got to do with this? I don't understand.
No, I'm trying to tell you that you said, when you say, the reason why I'm saying I'm coming for you is because I'm trying to explain to you that sometimes these things are boring to watch and all that. But when you score the first goal, right, and then you go and win the game, you tell your own story. You own the story. Right now, Arsenal are top of the league. You can't chat to guys. Why can't you chat to them? So if we had done what we're supposed to do and scored the first goal, don't matter how you do it, you'll be top of the league because no one can chat to you.
But this just reinforces my point, Uche. If you're not
setting the team up,
it does. If you're not setting up the team to score that first goal, which we're clearly not. By the way, Uche, you want stats? We got stats today. So out of the 20 league games you played, it's good you came with that because this links nicely with what I was saying about how we don't play to win games. Out of 20 league games this season, 13 of those we failed to score in the first half of those games.
Correct.
13 out of 20.
Nothing wrong
it's
with
not
it.
exactly Uche. This is by design. This is by design. We have failed to score. I'll say it again. 13 games out of 20 we have failed to score in the first half.
Great. It doesn't look great. Yeah. What I'm trying to say to you, honestly, like I said, these guys have seen to me, Arsenal have worked on their set plays and they know how important that first goal is. Don't get me wrong. Arsenal are a better team right now than Liverpool, right? But I am telling you now, with some high confidence that if we score these first goals, and we have had some decent corners and set plays, which you haven't put away, and that's where and obviously things start crumbling. The moment you start losing points, like we were losing during that run that we all know, and we started losing ground, then obviously your confidence shot. You stop believing in what you believe in. And like rightly so, the manager is to blame now. But I'm just saying that I find that incredibly impressive by Arsenal Football Club because they went to work. They went to work while people were sleeping. And they know that, okay, do you know what? Things are going to be tight. That's fine. But we're going to get that first goal, the crucial goal first, and then we're going to build on that. And they're showing that game after game after game. 11 wins from their 14. That's incredible. And then yesterday, when they had the worst thing that could possibly happen, one of your best players make that horrendous mistake. And they said, you know what? We're not going to we're just going to beat you. We also have that in our locker. We're just going to beat you. And we beat them very well. Cut back, great goal. Fantastic by Glecklin twice. They dealt with him. So that's for me. That's how it is. You know what I didn't like about Slot was he was making a lot of noise about at the start of the season, as you know, Rel, about how he got this place. He wants to have pace. He wants to add this. It's almost like he was dissing everything that I achieved last season. And I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure the players that were there last season are not very happy because they're thinking, what is this nonsense that you're doing, bringing all these players, all these no names that you brought in? What's the aid of it? What's the point of it? What have they actually achieved? What have they brought to you? They've done nothing. I'm sorry to say, pretty much all of them. They're not even impressed me. It's not about scoring goals. They haven't impressed me. I'm not impressed by Wirtz anymore. I'm definitely not impressed by you know who, and I'm not impressed by Ekitike either. They're not impressive players. They don't impress me like that.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I hear it. I hear some of that, Uche. I hear it, especially even the Ekitike thing. I know he's getting. I know he's a good player. Bottom line is
he's a good player. Yeah.
But he's in terms of the way we've played. I can't talk about how we play now because I have no idea what we're trying to do. But in terms of the way we've played previously, our striker does a lot of work off the ball, which Ekitike is not interested in doing. He's just not interested. The fact, Uche, I don't know if you saw Slot say the reason why I didn't play today, it's because he had DOMs.
Yeah, he had DOMs. Yeah.
Yeah, DOMs. Yeah. I'm still baffled as to how that stops you playing a football match, but there we are. The guy's not interested. Not just him. Wirtz is half-hearted with his press. He does it in the wrong position, in wrong parts of the pitch as well. He does a lot of running. I'll give him that. He runs a lot, but he's not doing it. He's not doing it efficiently. He's not doing it in places where we need him to do it. And then when he's getting the ball, he's probably, as he said in the start of the season, he's probably knackered. Our players that we've brought into the team this season are not doing the basics right. McAllister said yesterday, I don't think it's got a lot of press, but he said something about we brought a lot of players in, they need time to gel. No, he said we've changed too much from last season, but I prefer to keep that to myself. I mean, you didn't, Maka, because you said it out loud and it's been reported, but it's along the lines of what Salah said at the start of the season, which was Arsenal are the favourites to win this league because they've been together a long time. Somebody was trying to put up, we've got this player, we've got Isaac, we've got Ekitike, blah, blah, blah. And Salah said in response to that person, don't disrespect the players from last season, even though it's Nunes and players like that. Don't disrespect them because they won the title. Arsenal have been together a long time. We've got all these new players and we're expecting them all to gel. Six signings, I think we had in the summer. 4 or 5 went straight into the team. It doesn't work. You've won the league playing with this set of players, and then you just replace half of those with new ones, half of them whom have never played in this league. Yeah. It's crazy. But this is what somebody, Slot, I'm not even going to put that all at his door. Slot, Hughes, and Edwards, they all decided that this is the way forward. And
that's why I keep coming back to that thing when I say to you that I feel like when we play around, even before Ekitike got injured, when I see someone get the ball, I'm thinking, I don't even know what you're gonna do that's gonna make this game, win us this game. That's my biggest issue right now. And that's why I'm looking at a team like Arsenal. They're gonna just be looking at us thinking, what have you got? What have you got for me? Like, what am I supposed to be worried about here? There's nothing to worry about.
That's exactly my thoughts, Roshi. Exactly.
This is my thoughts as well, Roshi. How can we know the quality of these players? Yeah, how can we know the quality of these players when the manager doesn't set them up?
Decent players. You're just dissing these are proper players, man. Isaac, Wirtz, all these guys you were talking about. You were praising them at the start of the season.
Calm down.
Your monologue time is done, bro. The fact of the matter is, Slot took a winning formula, ripped it up, brought all these players in that are supposedly of a higher standard, doesn't know how to use them. That's it. He doesn't know the formula. He doesn't have the recipe.
100.
Stop all this monologue stuff about these players ain't that good. Listen, if these players can walk into any of these top 4 teams,
100. Tell them if
they can produce something.
Okay, CT,
Isaac was a worldie before this. Wirtz was a worldie. We didn't hear it non-stop on the pod, chatting, and now it's these players ain't what we thought they was. Or all this. Stop. Your manager has ripped up a formula. Microwave Slot has ripped up the winning formula. That's it.
Honestly, you're embarrassing. You're an embarrassment, man. You're an embarrassment, bro. I'm telling you. You're telling me that what you saw with a Liverpool shirt, that's what you need to worry about. Players cannot hide like that. I'm sorry. And you guys are letting them get away with murder. I've never seen anything like it. You buy a British record transfer, you want them to show you what they've got. That's just common sense. It's like Gyökeres. You bring him and say, show me what you got. Let me see what you got. Can you control the football? Can you do something with it? That's the whole point of the game, isn't it? You can't just buy a player and say, oh, you're just gonna stay as a world-class player on paper. No, go and play the game. Like I said, Frimpong is a perfect example. I can show you what Frimpong has done in just these 2 or 3 games since he just come back from injury. I can actually show you what he's done, like the threat that he carries. Where are the threats for these guys?
Probably against Slot's wishes. That's what I'd say.
Probably. No, what I'm saying is, like, I don't mind, but I don't see enough threat from certain players. So if you start from Kirkes,
I can't listen. I can't, Uche. I just can't. I cannot conceive a different manager not making us play more attacking football than we're currently playing. I cannot conceive it. But even with the players that we've got, even with the injuries that we've got, I cannot conceive us playing as negatively as we currently play under another manager. I cannot see it because even what you're saying with Frimpong, I can't see the players. Even what you're saying with Frimpong, today's one, he just got the ball. He didn't actually beat the player this time because he did for which goal was it? I can't remember. A couple of games ago. But this game, got the ball, crossed it in, goal. We don't do that. we don't do it. Fullback gets the ball in the same position. Bradley gets the ball in the same position. Kirkes especially, and they pass that ball backwards. That's what's been happening game after game. And that is not they're not being told to do that. I mean, they are being told to do that because there's no reason why you'd be on the edge of the box.
You're saying that Frimpong went rogue today.
Frimpong's just playing his game. That's what.
So, at some point, you got to show your quality. That's all I'm saying. If I see enough quality from players, then I could say, yeah. The reason why they keep passing it sideways is because they don't have the confidence to pass it through like a piercing ball through players. That's the thing. I do think obviously the manager is responsible. I'm not denying that, but I still want to see more from these players, and I'm not seeing enough. That's what I'm saying. And I don't know why we can't say that these players have been a massive disappointment. That's been a big problem for me.
I agree.
I don't know. It's just a weird thing that I don't understand why people can't say that.
Yeah, but the players have been disappointing. The players, and that's why I posed that question: were they overrated last season? But the manager definitely sets them up in a systematic way to play, and he has the ability to change those players. Now you're saying who could come on? You got a bench. I don't care who's on there. Rio, Chiesa, they have to play. Like if there are players playing that aren't following your instructions, out.
Yep.
Simple as. And so ultimately, the accountability is Slot.
It is. No, I'm not questioning that. I'm just saying that sometimes I want to see some players. There's certain players that I genuinely rated high, like Verse being one of them. I want to see more from you. Like, just get the ball and, make magic happen. That's what I'm saying. But the bottom line is we're going to have to see a lot more of this torture zone for quite some time because obviously the manager's not going anywhere. That's clear. And I still harbor my hopes that we'll win the Champions League. So that's coming. That's coming around. So the plans are coming together, guys. Staying unbeaten. And we're going to collect 4th. I mean, it's clear. So whether you come 3rd or 4th or 5th, we should stop. I know it's hard to not get into your feelings when you're watching all these games. But the bottom line is it's not going to really matter to us because we're not part of the crew. All we can do is spoil the fun for Arsenal fans, but it's not going to happen on Thursday. So I'm not giving them no hope on that game, no chance.
All right then, CT's back just to call you out again.
Come on, Real, what about you? What did you say about the Arsenal game? What was your prediction?
I think I said 2-1, and I was being generous. I said it would be 2-0, and then we'll get a consolation. Right.
And what about you, Aki? What did you say, Aki?
2-1 Liverpool.
All right then. On that note, guys, we've done an hour and 20 minutes. We shall wrap it up there. This time next week, we will know the result of the Arsenal-Liverpool game. And I very much doubt it's going to be 2-1 Liverpool. But We have to wait and see. Guys, thanks for joining us. Roshi, thanks for your comments. Harvery as well. Welcome to the pod. And Miracle Miri. We'll see you all guys again. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Catch you later, guys. And we're